How's it going, guys? This is TJ. So I'm at version 3.0 of the goggles now. As you can see, I've got an external battery. I've removed the weedy little 500 milliamp hour battery because of the DVR. It was only getting around 10 to 15 minutes of usage with that, so I've taken it from the 1.25mm pitch to the 2mm for the battery. As you can see, it's coming out. I've drilled a hole through there to bring it out. This way I can actually charge this battery with my hobby grade charger, meaning faster charging, and I can put it into storage mode. So that's a lot better now. The batteries I got from Hobby King. This one's a 2000 milliamp hour, one cell. It's only a 1C rating, but it's plenty for these goggles. It works a treat with these. And I did buy a 1200 milliamp battery as well. So because it's just attached with Velcro, I can actually charge this one and have this as a backup battery. Although this does last some time with this battery now. So that's the actual goggles. So 2.0 was the DVR, 3.0 was this battery. Could have put the battery inside, but as like I said, I want to use the hobby grade charger because the USB charging is going to take a lot more time. And so I'm using the tiny whoop with the A5 camera, which I got from AKK. So yeah, I'll be putting some more videos on of me attempting to fly FPV indoors. Still getting used to wearing these goggles. I've flown line of sight for about 2 years. I'm enjoying it, and these are just my first set of goggles. So once I get into it a bit more, I will upgrade these. I'm sure these will sell on eBay easily with the upgrades I've done so far. Definitely recommend, as a new flyer to FPV, using one of these tiny whoops. So the preferred camera I'm using at the moment is the A5, which is a separate camera than VTX with the dipole aerial, giving you more resistance to a crash with this aerial other than the cloverleaf. As you can see, the cloverleaf stands up a lot higher. The profile is a lot better with the A5, although the signal is better with the cloverleaf, I've noticed. But for indoor flying, for this TJ.RC H36, it's a lot lighter. You haven't got the 7 segment LED display or the weight of this aerial. So without that, I found that I get more flying time with this little TJ.RC H36. I know you can upgrade the motors, but I don't really want to do that, not with this. So yeah, I was getting, with the A3, I was getting around 2 minutes with the extra weight. With the A5 I get around 3 to 4 minutes. So definitely recommend this one if you want to use it on the TJ.RC H36 or the Eachine E010 or the Furby F36, then yeah, because you can actually place the camera right out of the way as well, meaning you're not getting so much of the quad in sight. So I'm really enjoying FPV flying so far. I'm crashing and bashing, but this thing, as you know if you've got one, you can get away with hitting walls, hitting the ceiling, and it still carries on. So we'll be putting some videos up of that anyway, so stay tuned for that. Up and coming mods I'm going to be doing as well. For the 2-cell, 3-cell batteries, I can't use the all-in-one cameras, so this is a buck step-down regulator, and it's got 2 sides to it, so you can put 2 different connectors on it, which is ideal. So for my XK251, because I've got my Turnigy batteries and I've got the JST connectors just hanging there loose, I've decided to use JST female. So I'll be connected it on the input, and probably I'm going to be using a 2S balance cable as well, so I'll be cutting that and putting that onto one side and this JST onto the other, and the output will be the 1.25mm JST on that side for the actual all-in-one camera. So these are pretty easy to use. Once you've soldered your connections, you've got your input. You can see there you've got your input sides and your output. And you've got a potentiometer, which is an adjustable point there for resistance, so you can turn it up and down, so you can adjust the voltage from your, your 8.4 volts, whatever voltage it's at, and this will regulate it at a certain voltage. So I'm going to put it between 4.2 or 4.5. So that's a mod coming up. I was just going to do the mod. If you're interested in doing this yourself because you want to fly on a 2-cell and you want to use the balance plug, then comment below and I'll show you how to do it. It's fairly straightforward. So that's the mod so far. That's where I'm at. I'm going to be putting more indoor FPV flying videos up soon of this little thing. I really recommend, if you're learning, to actually use one of these just to get your feeling for the goggles. I'm now starting to get a feeling for the goggles now, and these vr006, although they're a good starter goggle, the screen being so small, you're not so immersed, I guess, if you have, say, a 5-inch screen, and the ratio obviously is different. So yeah, keep checking back and there'll be more videos coming up soon. This is TJ and I'll catch you on the next one.